Hey guys, how we doing? Gonna do a little video about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions as they were announced this morning. Get the list here on the phone. Let me bring it up, and we'll go over the list and give some thoughts. Not real happy with the list this year. At least one of the acts that I wanted to get in got in. So anyhow, here are the inductees as was announced this morning. Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Nine Inch Nails, the Notorious B.I.G., and T-Rex. Okay, so we're going to go through these one by one. Okay, Depeche Mode. I talk about my, uh, my dealings as a music lover with, listening to Depeche Mode. I don't really think of their music as being upbeat. It's just more of like, an electronic or alternative kind of a sound. Um, the one album I own by them is Violator, and when I think of Enjoy the Silence and Policy of Truth and Person of Jesus, I, you know, this just doesn't strike me as a Hall of Fame worthy band. There are some out there that will disagree with me. There are some that are going to think I'm nuts for saying that, but you're you and I'm me, and that's my opinion on Depeche Mode. Uh, Thumbs down. The Doobie Brothers, two thumbs up. It's about time. Whether you are into their stuff from the Tommy Johnson era, the Michael McDonald era, or some of the more modern releases they've done, it doesn't matter. They are a band that they never sought out to be the best, but they just wanted to make good quality music. I love their music. I have a lot of it, a lot of the albums in my collection, and you know this is an induction that I'm happy with. Glad to see them getting in. Whitney Houston. As others, in this community have said, and I will agree, um, Whitney Houston lived the lifestyle of a rock star, but she didn't necessarily sing rock and roll music. She was a pop artist. So Emotional is the only song I can think of she did that even has any guitar in it. And I mean, that's one song, just like last year with Janet Jackson and Black Cat. You know, um, Whitney Houston's biggest hit was the remake. Yes, I said remake of the Dolly Parton song, "I Will Always Love You." Yes, that was a Dolly Parton song from the 1970s. And my hope, since others in this community have already called it, and I agree with those individuals, that this ceremony is going to be mostly about the Notorious B.I.G. and Whitney Houston. Um, my hope is that they would let, if "I Will Always Love You" is going to be sang, that they let Dolly Parton, a country artist, get up on stage and sing that song. I will be laughing my ass off. That was mean. Nine Inch Nails. I think a '90s alternative rock band. Not really my thing. Uh, People suggested metal. I'm not really just that whole '90s, whether it was grunge, alternative rock, that kind of stuff. That was just never my sound. I mean, not to mention there are other older legacy acts, legendary acts that have been around that were on that list that were more deserving to be inducted this year that did not get inducted. They got overlooked. Pat Benatar, uh, you know, but I digress. The Notorious B.I.G. Well, this one's easy. He was a rap artist. Um, you know, really nothing else to say. He was a rap artist. This is supposed to be about, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's supposed to be about. I thought it was supposed to be about inducting rock and roll artists. If we're going to induct rap artists, like we did with him and Tupac and some, the other guys, you know, I mean, what's next? What are they going to do next year? The Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears. Is that what's on the way in the future? Um, so. And I expect them to get on stage. If Faith Evans will probably be there. I'm sure. Who is it? You know, P Diddy or Puff Daddy or whatever the hell he's called himself now. He'll be there. He'll probably get up there and sing that "I'll Be Missing You" song, which is a sample of they sample "Every Breath You Take" by the Police in that song. You know, but I digress on that. You know, he had his fans. He was a big rap artist in the rap community. But you know what? The rap music, like I said, I've said in prior videos. You know what? I'm not here to snub rap music, but I think they're deserving of their own Hall of Fame now. That's music's been around and it's here to stay. We need to start getting more rock and roll into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying, as far as that goes. Um, T Rex. T Rex I voted for. I got this very phone out that I'm looking at right now, and I got it out every day, and would go in and I would vote, and they were kind of like my mercy vote. So it's get it on, bang a gong, get it on. That song. That's pretty much the one everybody knows them for, and so that was kind of like my mercy vote. They've been around a long time, but only one song, but it was kind of like a mercy vote. I like the song. Not bothered by the one song. I like it, you know. But I was surprised of my 5 picks that they were one of the ones to get in. Uh, you had Pat Benatar, one of the most talented female artists, rock and roll artists of all time. Major influence. Ton of smash hits and albums in the 1980s. How you can tell me she is not deserving to be in there, but some of these other artists that got inducted this year are going to go in is beyond me. Especially when you look at the fan voting. The fans agreed with me. And you know what? Let's talk about another artist who was nominated this year. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dave Matthews Band, but facts are facts. Guy got a shitload of votes, like Pete Pardo over at Sea of Tranquility said. You know, he knocked it out of the park in the fan voting. More votes than any other artist. And there's no denying that. If this is going to be about, as it's been the last so many years where they include a fan vote and they try to get the fans involved, if this is going to be about what we think, we told you what we wanted. When we got on there, those of us like me, every day, I'm at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. You guys are lucky I'm freaking awake to even turn my stinking phone on and participate with this at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work, got a couple seconds of downtime. I would turn my phone on every day and do the fan voting. And every day it was the same one. Pat Benatar, the Doobie Brothers, Thin Lizzy, T-Rex, and, oh my goodness, Todd Rundgren. Todd Rundgren. And we're going to talk about him in a minute, too. Todd Rundgren has his musicianship, okay? Stuff he did as a solo artist. He worked with other acts. He's a producer. The guy frickin' raised Steven Tyler's daughter. And Aerosmith's in the Hall of Fame, and he's not. You know, raising that girl ought to count for something. You know, if we're all about doing what's politically correct these days, because clearly that's what's going on here this year. Um, so I'm kind of pissed that Todd's not in there too, not getting in there this year. And you know, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me if I don't mention these other two bands out there. Uh, you know, Motorhead and Priest, Judas Priest, man. You know, I voted for them a couple times in the very beginning. I never told anybody, but I did a couple times in the very beginning. And then I went back to my regular five that I would vote for every day. Um, yeah, they played rock and roll. They had their fans. They got very decent amount of votes, and it's amazing to me that here we go. It's I, I, I'm speechless, guys. I I'm shocked at this list. Just when you think they can't do any worse, they do. Remember what I said a couple minutes ago? What's next? The Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. Guys, these are acts that are going to be eligible in a few years. And Styx is not in there. Oreo Speedwagon. You know, where are these at? Where are these artists at? Why do they keep getting snubbed every year? Oh, I don't know what it is, man. I couldn't wait to get home and do this video. And I had to get my thoughts together. My car was dirty, so I left my car out of the driveway and I washed it when I got home before I put it in the garage. Oh my God. This has been on my mind all day. So anyhow, congratulations to the Doobie Brothers. You guys, I don't know if you'll ever see this video or not, but you are so deserving and should have been in there a long time ago. And, you know, I'm going to stop my rant there. Hopefully next year's list of nominees and ultimately the inductees will be better. How about Pat Benatar actually gets in next year? Pat Benatar should have been in there before Joan Jett. She's another one that likes to sing other people's songs too. But that's a video for another day. Okay? Anyhow, I'm sure you guys have your thoughts on this too. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And, you know, thank you always, those of you that watch my videos, for tuning in. Stay tuned. There will be more exciting videos to come. Y'all have a good rest of the week. All right, take care.